The sound we're going to be focusing on today's lesson is the TH, alright? And as we normally do, we are going to be adding the vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, and that is what we have going on right here on the board. TH is actually the main focus on today's board, and it is usually pronounced in two forms. For some words, it's going to be sounding like D, D, D. That is the D sound, D, D, D. And for some word, you find it sounding as T, 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 T. Okay, so for that reason, we're going to be reciting these sounds in two forms. So, are you ready? Let's go. So we have the da, de, di, do, do, da, de, di, do, do. Now, it can equally be pronounced as ta, te, ti, to, tu. Alright, now let's see the list of words, and from the way we're going to be pronouncing it, you're going to see how these sounds play. Okay, so let's go. The very first word we have here is thanks. Te, te, thanks. Te, te. And now it is not da, da, it is te, te, thanks. And now we have that, that. It is sounding da for this word. We have than, than, greater than, better than. It is sounding da. Now we have terrified, 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 terrified. And you can see that it is sounding te for this word. Again, we have tellumions, tellumions, tellumions. You can see it is sounding te. And we have touchers, touchers. It is equally sounding te. And we have ceramic, 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 ceramic. You can see it sounding ta. And here it is towelless, towelless, towelless. It is sounding ta again. And right here I have tanker, tanker, tanker. It is sounding ta. Again I have towelic, towelic. It is sounding ta. So you can see that this TH can actually sound da and at the same time sound ta. Remember we have da, de, di, do, do, or ta, te, ti, to, tu. Okay, so right on this column we have the de, the, te. Okay, it is de or te. Now I have des, des. It is sounding de, des. Okay, and I have de, de. It is sounding de. I have again dear, dear, dear. It is still sounding de. And again I have them, them, them. It is sounding de. Again I have then, then. Now, then, it is still sounding de. I have they, they, they. It is still sounding de. And now I have thermometer, thermometer. It is sounding te, te, and not de. Okay, I have theater, theater. It is sounding a bit longer in pronunciation here because of the EA coming together. We are yet to talk about this sound, but we'll do that in subsequent videos. So I have theater. Okay, we can see here this is theo. This is pronounced as theo. Theo is a word on its own. It usually begins a lot of words. It's sounding T here. So we have theory, theory. This three combination is usually pronounced as theo. Okay, we have lots of words that actually begin with this. So we have them in theory, theology. Okay, again I have therapy, therapy. It is sounding te. Okay, so I have de or te, de or te, this, they, them, then the, thermometer, theater, theory, theology, and therapy. Okay, so let's see this sound now. It is da, de, di, or ta, de, di. Anyone depending on the word that is to be pronounced. Now we have thin. It is sounding t. Thin. Think. Think. It is sounding t. This. This. It is sounding d. We have thick. Thick. It is sounding t. We have thief. Thief. It is sounding t. Third. Third. It is still sounding t. Now we have test. Test. It is sounding t. We have 30. 30. It is still sounding t. Okay, so most of the list we have in this column sounds t except this. Okay, we have thin, thick, this sounding d, thick, thief, third, test, 30. Okay, now let's do the to or the do, to, do. Now we have thought, to, thought. We have to, tough, to, tough. We have tom, to, tom, Thompson. We have do, those, do, the those and those. We have thousand, thousand. Theoras, theoras. Now this is supposed to be here. Okay, this is the theoras. Remember what I said here? This is theory, theology. So this is what? Theoras, theoras. Now we have thorns, thorns. Remember to or do, to or do. It can be pronounced as d or as t, d, t. Okay, remember that is the focus for today's lesson. So we have thorns, to, thorns. It is t. Okay, we have Thomas, Thomas. It is still t. All right, ta, te, ti, to, tu. Okay, so this is to. We have tomb, tomb, tomb. If you're lost with the sound at any particular time, go back and recite it. Ta, te, ti, to, tu, tomb. Okay, da, de, di, do, do. All right, so we have to, tomb, tos, day, Thursday, Thursday, da, da. We have talks, talks, talks. We have turban, turban, turban. We have tolium, tolium, tolium. We have tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. We equally have thunderous, thunderous, thunderous. We equally have tongue, 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 and as well as terrify, terrify, terrify. So we have thumb, Thursday, Thursday, thunder, talks, turban, thorium, tumbling, thunderous, tongue, terrify. Okay, and on this we have thought, tough, Thompson, those, those, thousand, thorax. This is supposed to be here because it is the, theo. Okay, we have tons, tons, Thompson, tough, thoughts. Are we good? We have Thomas, Thomas. Okay, and right here we have thin, think, this, this, thick, thief, dead, test, 30, test, 30. Now with the addition of y here, you're just gonna have testy. Okay, so we have testy. Without y it is test, but with y it is testy. And I have 30, 30. So if you spot the difference between these two words, it is the s. We have test, testy, test, testy, test, test, 30. Okay, so you can see how the sounds actually come through for the words. So it is da, de, di, do, do for some words pronunciation, as well as ta, te, ti, to, tu for some other words. Now this sound can be likened to the ordinary T because from the pronunciation the H in all these are usually silent. Okay, so the essence of we doing this today is just for us to know how to pronounce words that start this way. All right, so let's go over all the words we have on the board. We have thanks, te. There is no te, te. No, it is thanks. We have that, that, that. Now, if you are to write this without knowing this very word, you will just write something like this. That, that, right? Okay, so it sounds D as well as T for words that starts this way. So if you try pronouncing it with D sound and it's not the right one, use T. That is it. So I have thanks, that, dan, tarofite, thalliums, tachas, taramig, towless, tanka, talik. Okay, and right here, this, they, there, them, then, they, thermometer, theater, theory, theology, therapy. We have thin, thick, this, thick, thief, third, thirsty, 30, and we equally have to, o, and this is to, u, u. I have to, ot, thought, to, o. Now this o and this u sound alike when being pronounced. If you're someone who is used to words pronunciation, you will know when it is this and this. For instance, if I say umbrella, umbrella, it is different when I say orange, orange. From my pronunciation, me that is pronouncing that knows what I'm trying to pronounce. It is you that is listening that may get it wrong. Okay, so I have to and to. So I have thought, thumb, tough, Thursday. I have Thompson. I have talks, ox. Okay, I have those, thousand, Turas, tons, Thomas, and it is talks, Toban, thorium, tumbling, thunderous, tongue, and torrify. Okay, so this is what we have for today's lesson. Remember, in case you are lost at any point, go over it. It is D or T. You start da, de, di, do, do, then go back ta, te, ti, to, tu. Then you try pronouncing or writing out the words that you think the sounds are in place with the sound. Okay, and this is where I'm going to be calling it short for today's video. If you're seeing me for the first time, so welcome to the channel. Right here, it's all about English language. We learn how to read, write, and speak. If you find what we do here interesting, you can actually join us simply by subscribing. In the time being, like in the past 2 months or so, we've been focusing on spellings, writing, pronunciation, because For you to know how to read, write, or speak English, it starts with you knowing the letters of English language firstly, then the combination of those letters to form sound, that is second. When you are able to put together these letters, construct sound, and you are able to pronounce them, that is number three. Now, the combination of sounds is what actually makes up a word. Remember, firstly, you have to master the letters, the A, B, C, D. Then you have to know the two ways they are being recited. We have done that on this channel, so you do well to check out our videos. We have lots of videos when it comes to sound. So after that, you move to pairing, that is, we call it either digraph, trigraph, depending if it's two or three, and we equally have more than three. Now, when you are done with combining the sounds, you should be able to pronounce what you have combined. That is, you should be able to pronounce a combined sound, whether they are in twos or in threes. If you are able to pronounce sounds, then put sounds together, you pronounce words. That is, sounds put together actually makes a word. Okay, then from there you can move to what we call sentence. That is, group of words that come together is what makes up a sentence, right? This is a boy is actually words that are grouped together. This is a word, is a word, a is a letter, and boy is actually a word. So we group them together, it gave us what we call sentence. Okay, so if you're just joining me, try checking out our other videos so you can see what I've been talking about. If you're just joining me, you're so welcome, and this is where I'm going to be calling it short for today's video. Don't forget that you are amazing. See you soon in our next class, and bye for now.